Whatever may be the reasons, all of us, sometime or other, are stressed. Data says the stress and anxious feelings are on increase. So we got to have some easy solutions to handle our life well and being cheerful and upbeat. Well, while discussing all this with some of my friends a few days back, one of the ideas which came up was gratitude journaling. Someone said, well, this is too kiddish, what to write? The other one said, I thought of writing it, but then somehow it's not working. The third one said, I've thought I'll do it, but it's always tomorrow. I thought that maybe our mind is telling us that this method is too kiddish and may not work. But then I said no harm trying it once myself and trying to understand how and why of it and what is the science behind it. So somewhere in the middle of 2022, I decided because of certain reasons that I must work on it. And I then purchased a small good diary. These are little things in life and started my journey of gratitude journaling. I started from 1st of October and fortunately enough, because I liked it, I've been doing it every day since then. And for me, it has been a novel and new experience. Today in this video, I'll share my experience with you and also more importantly, the science behind it, which I have studied and tried to understand. So hold on your breath and see this video till end. This is Mind Guide channel and I am your Mind Guide, BCN. Initially, I was writing my gratitude journal just before going to bed. But then I further read somewhere that it will be good to write it early in the morning. And since I'm an early riser, I found it suits me better. After getting up in the morning and doing my morning rituals, I make my tea. Until it is brewed, I write my gratitude journal. Initially, it used to take little more time and it was little hard. No ideas were coming. But slowly, as I went deeper into it, I realized that it is very easy. And now it takes hardly 3 to 4 minutes by the time my tea is ready and I take my first sip after finishing my gratitude journaling. Further on how I do it, some ideas I will narrate about it in the later part of this video. First discuss the effect it had on me. The thoughts of a good feeling through which I passed because of some people reverberating in my mind again and again because I wrote about it was such an enriching experience that it subdued some of the saddening events which had come all over the day. Overall, it made a happy experience and a happy life. It doesn't happen in a 1 day or 2 day, but this happens slowly when you pass a month or 2, and now it has been a 4 month. Let's come to the science behind it. Few psychologists like Seligman, Emmons, McCullough have done a lot of work in this field. They have run a study in which about 1,500 participants participated. They made them into groups. And the conclusions of those studies, I'll put those studies there in the description down below, and you can yourself see the results of those studies. I like to put this whole research and the science behind it in a perspective. Basically, all human beings have a negative tilt of mind. This is necessary also because we evolved over a period of year when there were 24/7 there were dangers. So we have two options, harm or being happy. In fact, we have to be ready so that we are not harmed. So therefore, 24/7 we have to be alert, on guard to see that nothing could harm us and we could save ourselves and arrange for our food. The brain stem, our reptilian brain, is so designed that it works automatically. Anything which we see, which we perceive through our sense organs, brings certain emotions in us. Those emotions then bring certain feelings. We feel anger or happy or agitated, and then we have to be ready to act so as to save us. We don't have to think. Our body automatically works and our muscles get tensed. Adrenaline level increases. Blood rushes to the extremities. The digestive system slows down. Sleep went off, and therefore we had to be ready to fight to survive. The same mode of action is still continuing. Why? Because the pace of human biological brain evolvement is slower compared to the pace of our development. See, in last 20 years or 100 years, the amount of development which humans have done, the ease of life, the telephones, the mobiles, the video calling, it is unparalleled. The pace of evolution of brain is slower. It is still in that archaic time, thinking that it is a difficult time to live. But now, it's all easy. There is no food security required in journal, and we have good houses to live. The only trouble which comes from the emotions, and that comes from the interpersonal relationships. So we have got to learn regulation of emotions. The regulation of emotions come only when the emotions comes. We can take a step much before that. If we write the gratitude journal and rewire our brain accordingly, then might be those emotions may not even come, or come in such a slight quantity that it is easily controlled. The regulation is a much later step. So in nutshell, I will say that what this gratitude journal writing does, it does four things. One, it rationalizes our thought. Our mind, the animal reptilian mind, tells us to be on guard. It repeats that negative events, though it has happened in reality once, but it keeps on repeating in our mind because it may not come again and we should be ready. That creates the negative bias. Positive events, it doesn't matter, it comes or doesn't matter. It is not going to harm us. So it is not repeated. And therefore, rationalization of actuality does not take place. But if we do that, gratitude journal writing, then we rationalize because a bad event has happened. It has no consequence in the future. Even if it comes, we have learned our lesson and we can handle it. So there is no point in repeating that fearful bad event again and again. The rationalization of thought in reality takes place when we write gratitude journaling. The second thing, the bent of mind which is negative is somehow subdued. The negative thoughts are subdued. We are able to bring out the positive thoughts on the surface of the mind. The fourth thing which is very important, we get the power to choose our thoughts. We choose positive thoughts and make an umbrella of it which we keep on us. And therefore, it works. It worked for me. It is working for me. Now, even now you may say that, well, I don't feel satisfied and when I start doing it, it's not working. I'll give you a few tips. The first round of tips may work for you. Even if that also doesn't work for you, I have the second round of tips which I'll give in the last part of this video, which will certainly work for you. So here comes the first round of tips. Just think, who is someone that consistently makes your life easier? How are the seasons or weather affecting your mood today? Has anything been particularly well at work, and why? Did you catch yourself smiling on anything yesterday or today? What trips are you looking forward to? What excites you? What habits or routine bring you joy? What was different today or yesterday? Any experience with nature today? How did it affect you? I'll tell you an incident what happened with me. Few days back, one of my friends got a new job. After 1 month, he met with an accident. He was in the hospital. He was supposed to be there for about 15 days. He was very much worried. that he will not get his salary for the period he's absent from the office. When I visited him third day, he was very happy. He said my salary had come because my employer was very good. But fifth day when I went to him, he was irritated because something has happened in the hospital. He said, this all happens with me. I met with accident and this and blah and blah and blah. I said, no, it's not like that. You are making too much of a generalization. It happens with everybody. Rather, with you, a lot of good things are happening. He said, how come no good thing has happened with me? I said, well, I will remind you of an incident 2 days back rather. He said, tell me, I can assure you there's nothing. I told him that he got his salary without his work. He smiled and he said, well, that was on that moment I felt happy. But after that, I never thought about it. I said, that is the point. You never thought about it. But then something which is not relevant, which has happened by chance and which may happen with anybody, that you are repeating 10 times in your brain. That is how our brain works. So it is very important to have a tool with us and attach it with some habit which is necessary for you. Maybe when you go for toothbrush in the night or in the morning, so that habit gets attached with that and do it regularly. Suppose even this doesn't work for you. So I have the last tool. It certainly will work. If nothing comes to your mind, who are the good people in my life who had made my life so cozy and so easy? Just ask yourself. You have these two eyes and you can see the world. There are many who cannot. You have these two hands. You can do anything. There are many who have only one or who have none. You have both the legs, fine, and you are walking everywhere, wherever you wish. There are many who don't have or who have only one leg and many other things in life. You are so fortunate, my friend, to have so many things in your life, and there are so many people down there responsible for it. This world is full of such people and full of opportunities to give gratitude to so many people in the world. And ultimately, it benefits you because it tilts the balance from negative to positive. And it certainly helps in you being cheerful throughout the day and most of the time and upbeat in your life. Friends, you may also have reflected on this or certain views you may have which may not be the views which I have narrated here. I will request you and I will be grateful if you can put those views down there in the comment section. I will also try and reflect upon that, and maybe together we can create a better world for all of us and for our coming generations. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in next video. Till then, bye-bye.